90% of crypto products fail. I know this because I've been involved in building hundreds of crypto products over the past 5 years. Some of the products that we built went on to generate and raise millions of dollars in funding and revenue, but most of them failed. In this video, I'm going to share with you everything that I've learned so you can make sure that your crypto product does not fail and can actually generate revenue. My name is Talha and I am the founder of Nalikes Studio. We help crypto founders build product. We have worked with some of the biggest names in crypto like Thorchain, Risechain, Shadow War, Alien Zone, and dozens of others. So what I'm about to share with you is not just theory. This is actual lessons that I have seen working while building products over the past 5 years. This video is for you if you are a founder in the crypto space who is building a product or plans to build a product. Maybe you have raised some money and you need a reliable partner to bring your vision to life. Or maybe you just have an idea but you don't know where to start. Whatever your situation is, if you are thinking of building a crypto product in 2026, make sure to watch this video before you spend a single dollar. I am going to walk you through the exact process that I would follow if I were building a product in crypto in 2026, step by step. I'm also going to be sharing with you the exact reasons why crypto products fail and how you can avoid them. So let us start with the most important question. And that question is, why are you building a product? Before you write a single line of code, before you even raise a single dollar, or before you even talk to anyone about this idea, you need to be clear on why you are building this. You need to ask yourself, why am I building this? After working with hundreds of founders, I've realized that most of the founders in the crypto space building a product have no clear idea on why they are building a product. And that is the exact reasons that kills their product later on. From what I have seen, every founder falls into one of the three categories. Category 1, you're building to make money. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. A lot of best products in the crypto space were built by people who were motivated to make money. I myself was motivated to make money when I started my first agency. So if your reason is to make money, be honest about it, be transparent, and most importantly, be honest with yourself. Category number 2, you have identified a unique problem or a unique opportunity in the market that no one else has seen. Maybe you've been in the crypto space long enough and you have identified a gap. Maybe there is a new trend or hype that you want to capitalize on. This is a valid reason, but you need to make sure that the problem and opportunity that you have identified is actually a problem or an opportunity by talking to people and not just a problem and opportunity that you think it is. Category number 3, you are building for yourself. You have identified a unique problem that is very specific to you and there is no product that can solve it, or even if there is, it does not solve it exactly how you want it. So you decide to build it for yourself. In my experience, this is the best reason to build a product. Because if you have a problem, chances are there are other people who have the same problem. And when you build for yourself, you understand the product deeply because you yourself are the user of the product that you're building. Whichever category you fall into, make sure you're very clear about it. Because here's what happens when you're not clear. You tell investors that you're changing the world, but in reality, you just want to make some quick money. Or you say you're solving a problem, but in reality, that is not even a problem that anyone has. That misalignment is what leads to bad decisions down the road. Once you're clear on why, the next step is something that will save you thousands of dollars. Search if something like your idea already exists. You would be surprised how many founders come to us with an idea, get us to build it, spend 3 months, and then later on figure out that someone has actually built that product several years ago and shut it down. They could have just paid $50 a month to use that product and solve their problem instead of spending $15,000 to build that product. In the past, this was hard. You had to go through hundreds of pages of Google search results, check product hunt, search Twitter, but today it is so much easier. Just open Claude or ChatGPT, describe your idea in detail and ask, does anything like this exist? It will give you a list of similar products with links. Go through them, test them, see if they solve your problem. If something already exists, it solves your problem well enough. Do not build. Just use it, save your money. But if nothing exists, or if what exists is not good enough, or if your approach is genuinely different, then you have something worth exploring. One more thing, I know founders love to get NDA signs before sharing their idea with anyone, but the reality is most ideas are not as unique as you think. Execution is what matters. So do not be afraid to talk openly about your ideas or share it with ChatGPT or Claude. It will actually help you validate your idea faster. Now here's where things have dramatically changed. And this is the part most people do not realize yet. In the past, if you had an idea and you were not technical, you were stuck. You had to find a developer, pay them thousands of dollars, wait months, and hope they understood your vision. But in 2026, these excuses do not exist anymore. There are tools out there like Lovable, Bolt, Replit. These are called vibe coding tools. And what they let you do is allow you to build a prototype of your idea by simply describing it in plain English. You do not need to know how to code. If you can explain what you want in words, you can build a basic version of it. And these tools cost less than $10 or $20 a month, and some of them are even free. Now let me be clear, what you build with these tools is not production-ready product. It's not a product that you can put in front of thousands of users. It is a prototype, a first version, something you can show to people and say, this is what I'm building, what do you think? And that is exactly what you need at this stage. You do not need a perfect product. You need something real that you can put in front of people and get feedback. Once you have built your prototype, do not go and hire a developer. Do not go raise money. Do this instead. Share it with everyone. Post it on social media, share it with your friends and family. Just keep pushing it everywhere to as many people as you can who are the potential people that would use that product. And then watch what happens. If not even a single person shows interest or uses it, then you have a clear answer that what you are building is something that nobody wants. Y Combinator has this saying that build products that people want. So if you have built something that people want, they will say things like, oh, this is very nice. Oh, this solves my problem. How much is it? And so on. So you will see that they will start asking you questions, or they will start showing interest in what you're building. That is a clear sign that there is demand or your idea has been validated. In the past, getting to this point would take several months and thousands of dollars just to put a prototype in front of an actual user. Today, you can get there in a couple of hours or maximum days with less than $100. That is the world we are living in today. And if you're not taking advantage of that, you're wasting time and money. And do not stop after the first attempt. If the first version do not work, iterate. Try something new. The beauty of vibe coding is that iterations are fast and cheap. Once you have validation where there are enough people saying that I am interested in what you're building or I am willing to pay for what you're building, now is the time to go and build a team that will build the actual product that you can scale. These vibe coding tools are amazing for prototyping, but they cannot replace a developer or a team that has spent years building production grade applications. The specific knowledge, the security considerations, the scalability, the smart contract audits, these things require real expertise. What used to take a team of developers 3 to 4 months to achieve can now be done in few weeks if they are using the right tools and the right process. We personally have brought our development times from several months to a few weeks. So how do you find the right team? I think two things matter. Number one, trust. Can you trust these people? Do they have a track record? Have they built products that are live and working? Ask for references, check their portfolio, look at the products that they have built. Two, communication. Can they understand your vision? This is where a lot of founders get burned. They hire the cheapest developer or development team they can find, and then they spend months going back and forth because the developers do not understand their vision. This is more expensive than paying a premium for a team that understands what you want to build from day one. And yes, with AI tools, the barrier to entry for development has lowered. But that is exactly why the knowledge, the experience, and the ability to make the right decision fast, that is what you are paying for when you hire a good team, not just the code. Now let us talk about money, because building a product costs money, and you need to figure out where you will get this money from. There are a few ways crypto founders fund their projects. Number one, personal funding. You have made some money in crypto and you are using your own money to build a product. This is my personal favorite because when it is your money, you feel the pressure to make it work. You're not trying to please an investor, you're not trying to please the community. You're just trying to make sure that your money is not wasted. Second, VC funding. You go to venture capital firms and you raise money in exchange for equity. This works if you're trying to build something big and you need serious capital to get there. But understand that VCs are giving you money because they want you to multiply it. If you raise VC money, there is going to be a lot of pressure and expectations. But if you are okay with that kind of pressure and expectations, go ahead. Third, token launches. Platforms like Believe and others allow you to raise money for your idea by launching a token. This can work, but it comes with, again, a lot of pressure. When you put your own money, you answer to no one. When you raise money from investors, you answer to a couple of people. But when you raise from a community of, let's say 1,000 or hundreds of thousands of people, then you're in a position where you have to answer all of them. Now, the thing with VCs is that they are in the game of business. They understand that things take time. So even if you are not able to produce results fast or multiply their money quickly, they will understand because they know that things take time. But on the other hand, if an individual has put some money like $1,000 in your product to fund your idea, they might not have the same kind of patience. They might not have the same kind of experience. So they will have more expectations from you. And I have seen this so many times that this ruins the momentum of a founder, where they have an actual idea that is something that the space needs and they're trying to build it, but the community is constantly pressuring them to get them to have returns faster. Yes, I do understand that returns are needed, but the founders need space to build a product. So if you're okay with that kind of pressure, and if you're okay with managing a lot of expectations of a community, then sure, you can go ahead and launch a token. Most founders that launch a token and raise money, they never realize that all this pressure comes with it. Some founders might do it anonymously. That's fine, but either way, if you do it publicly or anonymously, you're still taking money from people. So you need to make sure that you're thinking through before you do any of this. Number 4, grants. Some blockchain ecosystems offer grants to founders to build their product, and they often do not take equity. They're just giving grants to build products where they can achieve their KPIs, like getting users on their chain and so on. There is no one best approach. It depends on what you are building and what kind of pressure you can handle. If you're solving a niche problem, then it's best to fund it yourself or bootstrap it from friends and family. If you're building something massive and ambitious, then you can go to VC or raise through a token launch. But here's what I would say, regardless of how you fund it. The founders I've seen succeed are the ones who sorted their money before they started building. They were not scrambling for cash 3 months in. They had the breathing room to build, iterate, and pivot if needed. All right, so now I will share how you can avoid mistakes while building a crypto products that I promised in the beginning of the video. After working with hundreds of founders and building their products, I've seen a very clear pattern in the founders who succeed versus the founders who fail. The ones who succeed have 3 things in common. 1, they have their money sorted. Whether it is personal funding or raising capital, they have their money sorted. 2, they're obsessively clear about why they are building it. They're not chasing hype. They're not building because someone told them to. They have a genuine reason to build a product. 3, they do not give up. And I mean this seriously. Some of our successful clients have pivoted more than 5 to 10 times. They kept going when everything was telling them to stop. That stubbornness, that refusal to quit is the single biggest differentiator I have seen. And there's a 4th thing that I see in some of the best founders. They understand that distribution matters. They spend time and resources figuring out their go-to-market strategy or how they will acquire users for their product. They do not wait till the last moment to go and talk about their product. They are the ones who are talking about their product before anything exists, just like I told you about validating in the beginning. So the best founders follow this approach where they are marketing their idea from day 1. And the founders who fail, this is the pattern they follow. They come up with the money, they build something, and they expect it to work, right? They will hire a development team, they'll hire a marketing team, and they'll expect that everything will work. That never happens. If you're building a product or if you're a founder, you are responsible for everything. Even though you're paying people to do your work, but at the end of the day, you are the one who is responsible for everything. They think that spending time and money is enough. It is not. You have to be committed for the long term. So that is how you build crypto products in 2026 and make sure they generate revenue and they do not fail, which is getting clear on the why, searching if anything like that exists, prototyping it with vibe coding tools, validating it with real people, and once you have validation, hiring the right team to build it. If you're a founder in the crypto space who's building a product, you can book a call with me by clicking on the link in the description. We will discuss your idea, figure out the best approach, and see if we can work together. I'll be honest, we do not work with everyone. We choose who we work with because we want long-term partners and not one-time projects. If you're committed, have your funding sorted, and are ready to build something, let us talk. And if you're earlier in the process and have questions about the tools I mentioned, about validation, about anything, message me on Telegram. The link is in the description. I'm happy to point you in the right direction. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe for the algorithm. I'm creating more content like this on how to build products and acquire customers. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.